Hello, guys. Going to start in a second here.
Show. Are you ready to be podsmacked? Now, here's Rob Carson.
Hey, guys, welcome to the show. It is a Tuesday, 17th of February. All right, April. Sorry. I was looking at a post earlier that I made today. April the 17th. Today is tax day. I don't know if you knew this. It used to be the 15th, right? But the 15th was on Sunday, so unfortunately, tax day is today. So hopefully you got some good news from the tax man. I was reading earlier today that the IRS website was crushed today. It did not work properly. So a big surprise. Welcome to government, everybody. This is episode number 265 of the Rob Carson Show podcast. If you are downloading on iTunes, and we've got a lot of stuff to get to. A lot of stuff to get to on the show. We, of course, are on liberty1tv.com, liberty1tv.com. If you would like to comment, I've got a lot of video, a lot of fun stuff coming up. Of course, today was tax day. Washington, D.C. I don't know if you knew this. They had a big, massive anti-tax cut protest today. Did you know this? Did you know there was a giant anti-tax cut protest in Washington, D.C. today? Nancy Pelosi was there. There were all sorts of people there. And the only thing that it was missing, actually, was people. There it is right there. There's the... Listen, this is... I mean, you'd get 10 times this many people to show up at a Krispy Kreme opening. I mean, this is so sad and pathetic. And these people are all dupes. These people are all union members and people. They couldn't even get, like, MoveOn.org couldn't even get, 100 people at this idiotic anti-tax day on tax day. All right, the day that you have to send the money to the unbelievably irresponsible and poorly run government, your money goes to it. I'll get to some sound bites from some of the people speaking, including Nancy Pelosi, in a second. But this is in Washington, D.C., where they've been able to rally tens of thousands of people for the Women's March and the March for Our Lives, anti-gun march, and all this stuff. Today, on tax day, they decide they're going to try and whip people into a fervor over not paying enough taxes, apparently. Well, didn't turn out so well, did it? It did not turn out so well. Maybe 100 people, This is really, this is sad. This is really sad. I can't think of something that would, bring a smaller group of people. Maybe Jim Comey's retirement party, something like that, But this is really, wow. Wow. But it didn't stop some people from making appearances and saying things that were untrue and stupid, like Nancy Pelosi.
It's a scam. And why is it a scam? Look at this. They put forth a tax bill that gives 83% of the benefits to the top 1%. Actually,
no, 85% of taxpayers got a break with the Trump tax bill. But don't let that stop you, Nancy, from lying.
I'd call it a middle-class tax cut.
A middle class? What did you say? What? Have you been drinking, girl? What the hell? A middle class? What? Okay, all right. Nancy Pelosi. She seemed a little more lucid, I guess, than she normally does. But,
And yet 86 million middle-class families in the life of this bill.
She said middle class again. What the hell?
Will be paying more taxes. They caused giving corporate America
Wow.
$1.5 trillion dollar tax break.
Did she start? She must have had a mimosa this morning. Or 5.
Tax cut and plus interest, taking us over $2 trillion further into debt.
Oh, like you were worried about that during the Obama administration, you harpy from hell.
Mortgaging our children's future.
Mortgaging our children's future, like you really give a rat's ass about that.
A dark cloud over.
We need a new Congress.
We need a new Congress.
Putting a dark cloud over.
Look at that crowd, that giant
this capital over our budget. So then they say, well, we have to make cuts because we've increased the debt. So we're going to take $1 trillion out of Medicaid. Isn't that obscene?
Yeah.
Well, it is obscene. Medicaid's obscene, actually. Medicaid is obscene. Most government programs are obscene. They're over budget. They are piss poorly run. And honestly, to say that our taxes are too low, and this is what the Democrats are going to do. They're going to raise taxes. Pelosi later in the speech vowed tax hikes on all income groups if the Democrats retake Congress. They are going to raise taxes on you guys. Okay? You, me, everybody else. It's not about the rich. The Democrats' platform right now, moving into 2018, is raise taxes on everybody. Okay? It is also, we hate Donald Trump. Do you think, and we're seeing national polls tightening with regard to the House and the Senate races. Republicans are down like 4 points. Okay. Let me just quickly translate that. If they're down 4 points, they're up 4 points because the national media wants to convince you that the Republicans are going to lose. All right. So if they're down 4 points, that's pretty slight, to be quite honest. And I got to tell you, raising taxes ain't going to help. Raising taxes ain't going to help. Here is Sister Simone Campbell today at the tax protest, saying, talking about why you should feel good about paying your taxes. All right.
Why aren't we paying taxes saying we believe in education? Why aren't we paying our taxes saying we're committed to those who are left out? Why are we not paying our taxes saying we're committed to highways and infrastructure?
Because it never gets done. It never gets done. It never is fixed. Education is never fixed. Infrastructure is never fixed. People never can look at these government institutions and say, they're working brilliantly. We have enough funding and everybody is being served perfectly. That's why, sister, who the hell you are, that's why people say, when I write a check for my damn taxes, I want something back. I want to see things work every gosh darn year. Every year, nothing is fixed. Medicare's never fixed. The IRS is never fixed. The VA is never fixed. Infrastructure never fixed. It's never fixed. You hag from hell. I don't know who you are, but you have no idea what you're talking about.
Caring for our planet and doing all of the
caring for our planet. Shut up. I'm a conservative. I recycle. I try to keep my carbon footprint low, like that effing matters. All right? Your taxes always go to an institution that is fundamentally broken on a million different fronts. And this, whoever this is, trying to guilt you into saying that you should feel good about your taxes being taken from you and given to these broken institutions. Give me a break.
Things we care about for our nation and for our world.
Yeah.
This tax policy is bad policy. It's bait and switch. It's a scam.
It's a scam.
It's a
But
scam.
more than that,
What?
it's taking the heart out of our nation. I, as a person of faith, am here on this policy because it is preying on our worst selves.
No, it's not actually. 85% of people in this country, mostly middle and lower income, are benefiting from the tax cuts.
It is challenging us to only think of me and mine. How much of a tax break did I get? I'm sorry. Pope Francis has made it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm done with you. Pope Francis is a socialist. Now, I'm a Catholic. Okay, I was raised a Catholic. Pope Francis is a socialist tool. I do not respect this Pope. I do not. He is an insult to the legacy of JP II. He is an insult to that. He is a leftist tool. Sorry. Saying that about Il Papa, the Holy Father. I don't give a rat's behind about this Pope. And I don't care about this woman, this sister of the Catholic faith. Give me a break. To think, I mean, there are so many brilliant Catholic charities out there that work very hard, and the money that they get is efficiently given to those who need it the most. For her to claim that the government is somehow, I guess, an efficient way to assure that those in need get their money or their whatever, girl, you are really, really, you've been misled. You have been misled. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat there. All right. This is at the event today. Representative from New York, Joseph Crowley, talking about why you should feel terrible because of the taxes you pay.
The Republican caucus needs to announce that it will repeal and replace this bill. This is the bill that needs to be repealed and replaced. They are focused on health care. Repeal this bill.
I think he's spitting a little bit there. He's got a little going there.
My Republican colleagues, I sit on the Ways and Means Committee, and I heard one of my colleagues talk about
look at that giant crowd. My God in heaven.
the fact that he's doing a lot of soul searching after he voted for this tax scam. Doing a lot of soul searching.
You know, honestly, a Little Caesars grand opening would have gotten a bigger crowd than this. And I like Little Caesars, by the way. I think their marinara sauce is actually terrific. Just unbelievable. Honestly, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I want to mention something real quick here. I've got a new sponsor unofficially, and they are really, really cool. If you are planning on a 4th of July fireworks spectacular, this is a company that you might want to consider buying the product that they sell. What it is a fireworks. You buy the fireworks depending on what state you're in. You buy the fireworks and you plug it into this glorious new product. I'll go ahead and let me see if I can find it here. Here's the guest cam. Here it is. See if we get it. This is the guest camera. There it is, Firefly. Now, Firefly is unbelievable. Firefly is a way that you can use your smart device, okay? You can use your smart device, and you can just take the fuses and plug them into one of 15 different inputs, okay? All you got to do is plug it into one of 15 different inputs. You can actually take your fireworks and grab a music. Say when you want Fireworks by Katy Perry, and you plug that into your smart device, and you can choreograph your own fireworks display. Unbelievable! I saw it the other night. It is fantastic. It is glorious. And if you are considering a fireworks display at your home, this takes all the danger out of it. It takes all the, dad out there lighting the fuse with a punk. All you got to do is ahead of time, line up your fireworks, plug them in, and you've got a custom display. Unbelievable. The technology is just incredible. You should check it out. Firefly. All right, just Google it, and you can order it. It's $200. I believe it's $200, and worth every penny of it. Worth every penny of it. It is absolutely amazing. So Firefly is kind of an official sponsor of this program. And like I said, they do a marvelous, marvelous job. They do a marvelous, marvelous job. All right, let's move on to a couple of other things, shall we? There's some other things. We talked about the tax protest. Oh, did you hear about this? Holy shnikey. Starbucks is going to close all company-owned stores on the afternoon of May 29th for Racial Bias Education Day. I don't know if you heard this. There's a Starbucks store in Philadelphia, and the manager called police because two black men were sitting in the store. They didn't buy any coffee, and they used the restroom and whatever. I don't even know what the hell to think about it. The store had been known for loitering. There was some loitering going on there. And this manager called the police on two guys who were sitting there. And they were arrested. And this has gone viral. And now everybody's going after Starbucks. And this is, this is what happens. We are in a country of constant protest mode. Constant protest mode. Ready to leap to protest at any opportunity whatsoever. Do you honestly, this is just real quick, do you think that Starbucks is a racist company? Do you honestly think a leftist-leaning company like Starbucks is legitimately a racist company? Now, these two men, I don't know what exactly was going on. The police chief in Philadelphia defended the police officers. Okay, he defended the police officers. The company's working with the Anti-Defamation League, the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund, which, of course, they're going to get a lot of money out of this. But 8,000 Starbucks are going to close on May 29th to address implicit bias. And this is this frustration of those who might have committed an offense to those who are a part of big offense, which is what I call the offense industry. There's a big industry in this country called big offense. I don't know what happened at Starbucks. I absolutely do not believe this manager is racist. This manager had been chased around the store by people. She had said, you need to leave the store because you're loitering, whether black or white. Starbucks is not racist. People went into the Starbucks. They went into the Starbucks, these poor kids who are working at the damn Starbucks, and they confronted the baristas and shouted at them with megaphones. It's just, honestly, shut the F up. Shut the F up. Starbucks is not racist. I don't like defending Starbucks. Not a big, Starbucks, whatever. I like Starbucks. They're left-leaning. They're out of Seattle, for crying out loud. So, honestly, really, do I think Starbucks is racist? No. But by God, the race industry, big offense, is ready to move in, and they are gonna take Starbucks to the cleaners on this one. Some people are going to get paid. And Starbucks is going to do everything it can to save its ass. Unbelievable. Honestly, unbelievable. There's another, I think I have the, here's the original video of the guys being arrested at Starbucks. See if we can get it to play here. There we are. And it doesn't want to play. Okay, no big deal. So here's the new video. Guy goes into the Starbucks. Black guy. White guy gets to go into the restroom. black guys out there. And listen, he kind of takes this poor white guy who just used the pisser, to go to Starbucks. Here it is.
I told you that you look like him. No, you never got that. Yeah. Have you purchased anything in here, sir?
Have you purchased anything?
No, but I was just about to go. You about to go purchase something? Yeah. Oh, okay. So, but before you made a purchase, they let you use the restroom, right?
I just typed in. I asked for the code.
You asked for the code, and they just gave it to you, right? Before you made a purchase.
Poor guy.
Okay. All right. Come on, let's go. Are you done? Are you about to get something?
Well, I was gonna get food.
Are you gonna get food?
I was going to get food, yeah.
So this is Weston. And Weston hadn't made a purchase yet, you guys. So I would like Starbucks right here on Redondo, on Artesia, and Hawthorne. This man right here said he hasn't made a purchase yet. He's in line to make a purchase, and you guys had gave him the code, right? Isn't that what you did?
Oh, if he was only gay. Wow, it would be really powerful then. It would be really powerful then. Unbelievable. Okay, let's move on to some other stuff. Stormy Daniels. Stormy Daniels appeared on The View. Oh, dear God. You know, it's bad when I have to watch HGTV every night, but if I had to watch The View every day, I think I'd kill myself. I just can't handle these harpies from hell. Stormy Daniels was on The View this morning, and she released a sketch artist drawing of somebody she said threatened her. If you don't know this, Stormy Daniels, of course, lawyer, Donald Trump's lawyer paid her off for $130,000. Stormy Daniels, by the way, gets paid to have sex with other people. But because she does it on film, it's not prostitution. It's weird, right? It's kind of weird. She can bang anything with, I won't say male or female genitalia, anything, and it's perfectly fine because she gets paid and she's on camera. Wow. Isn't that what couldn't you do that? I mean, just real quick. Say, for instance, you're a prostitute and you hire a John, or a John hires you, and you go to the hotel room. If you had cameras just set up and said, hey, here's the deal. It's a movie. It's an adult movie. Don't you think you could? Okay. Anyway, so she said she was threatened by someone associated with Donald Trump after she threatened to go public after, I guess, having sex with Donald Trump. I don't think that's debatable anymore. I think she probably did. Although she said she didn't want to, which makes her even more of a person for sale. Here she is originally talking about the threat from some sort of, I guess, associated Donald Trump.
I was in a parking lot going to a fitness class with my infant daughter. I was taking, the seats facing backwards in the back seat, diaper bag, getting all the stuff out. And a guy walked up on me and said to me, leave Trump alone. I mean,
what do you, I don't know. I've never had a porn star for a mother. What do you do when they get kind of old enough to, be self-aware and maybe just accidentally, I'm just looking up stormy weather. I'm just looking up whatever. Oh, there's mom. Oh, geez.
Forget the story. And then he leaned around and looked at my daughter and said, it's a beautiful little girl. It'd be a shame if something happened to her mom. And then he was gone.
Did you go to the police?
No.
What?
Okay, she didn't go to the police. All right, she did not go to the police. This event supposedly happened. She could be making it up. She could have said easily, this UFO landed in front of me. Space aliens came out. Did I get a picture? No. Did I call the police? No, I didn't. But somehow, she was able to come up with a sketch artist drawing of somebody who she thought was the guy from the Trump whatever that threatened her. Here's the drawing that she unveiled this morning on The View. Okay. That's the guy. Now, she did the sketch drawing, and nice to have the signature on there. You normally don't, honestly, you really don't usually have the artist signature on the sketch. Early 40s. He doesn't look early 40s. He looks a little younger than that. Signed by Lois. Whoever Lois is on April the 8th, 2018. There's the picture of her assailant, apparently. And by the way, this happened 10 years ago. All right. Now, just real quick, think about your life 10 years ago. Think about your life 10 years ago. Think about a day in your life 10 years ago. where somebody comes up to you and maybe says something like this. You're going to remember this. You're going to remember this guy. You're going to remember every detail of this guy. And by the way, she had a previous a sketch that came out last week, and it looked like a stick figure drawing. It was just stupid. But Lois, who I think does caricatures at the mall, I think you can get like a nice caricature for $19.95. Lois, who signed this, he's a sketch artist named Lois. Oh, God, that's so fantastic. Lois signs it. And this is supposed to be some sort of a real drawing of somebody who threatened Stormy Daniels, who gets paid for sex. And the reason she's able to get away with it is because she, is doing a film, piece of cinematic masterpiece, I guess. Unbelievable. Really, really. I mean, just funny. Let's see. Dick's Sporting Goods now destroying all of the unsold firearms they pulled from the shelves in the wake of the Parkland shooting massacre. This is such a gigantic and stupid waste. Dick's Sporting Goods, I think we know where they get their name from because they're destroying all unsold firearms that were pulled from the shelves in the wake of the Parkland massacre. The sports retailer, I should say, announced back in February they would no longer sell assault-style rifles at any of its stores. And they're going to destroy them. We are in the process of destroying all firearms and accessories that are no longer for sale as a result of our February 28th policy change. Really, really effing stupid. Really, really stupid. They're going to take the guns. They're going to wreck them. They're going to throw them away. This is a gigantic waste. Dick's chief executive, Edward Stack, said we have to help solve the problem that's in front of us. Following all the rules and laws, we sold a shotgun to the Parkland shooter in November 2017. It was not the gun, nor the type of gun he used in the shooting, but it could have been. Now, just stupid! This is as stupid as Starbucks say we're going to close down 8,000 stores because of some perceived offense in Philadelphia. This is just stupid. This is just people who are prostrating themselves before the politically incorrect crowd so they don't get destroyed economically because you don't think in the same way that the people who want to destroy you do. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. It's just absurd. There is a war on speech in this country, and it is coming from the left. I've got a soundbite here. I hope I can grab for you guys. It's from Brent Brozell, who says that there is a war on speech in this country, and it is. There is a massive war on speech in the country, and it is coming from the left. Brent Brozell said it. Said that this is the emerging and greatest censorship of free speech worldwide in the history of man. Let me explain this. The left is on a jihad against conservative thought. It's happening in academia, entertainment, business, religion, everywhere. The most recent is on social media. The most recent is on social media. And it is unbelievable. Today I heard of a pro-Trump Facebook page that had 3.1 million followers. Today, they were taken down. Today, they were suddenly no longer able to reach their subscribers, reach the people who like them, reach the people who like what they have to say. And this is just honestly unbelievable. And it's happening everywhere. Now, I've got a friend who's put together a alternative to Facebook. It is called MAGA Book, M-A-G-A Book, Make America Great Again Book, MAGA Book. If you can create a profile there, that would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. These are troubled times, kids. These are troubled times. This is frightening. The number of people who are being censored, taken down. Many people were led to believe that Facebook was going to allow them freedom of expression. They paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to reach people, and Facebook suddenly decided to crack down on those whose political beliefs do not match those of Mark Zuckerberg and his ilk. And that sucks. It really, really sucks. Before I go, I want to share something kind of fun. A couple in Oklahoma. Now, my wife and I, when I drive, she always tells me how the hell to drive. It drives me nuts. Tells me this, tells me that. This is a couple driving toward a tornado. All right, driving toward a tornado. Wife is, all over this guy's butt, and they ended up getting flipped by the tornado. Here is the video.
Speed up! Get out of here! Oh my God, babe, it's right.
Okay, like a typical, nothing against your wife or what, but like a typical person in the passenger seat, I'll just say wife, telling him how to do everything, and then of course the worst thing happens.
Let's go, baby. Look at that car that's flying. Please, let's go faster.
Oh Lord, here it comes, right into the tornado.
Why were those idiots stopped right under?
Oh, God, he's right there. For those of you who are just listening to the podcast, he's driving right into the damn tornado. This is how my wife and I sound when I drive her to work in the morning.
Right here. God. Dear God, no.
Here comes.
Forgive me for my sins. Brandon, we're going to die. I love you.
There it is. The car goes over. Wow. They were fine. They ended up being fine. But to me, it hits home for me. Because my wife, when we drive, dear God in heaven, it's honestly, if she's not telling me verbally where to turn, she's pointing the direction that I need to be, the lane that I need to be. Oh. So only to add stress to driving towards a tornado, the wife riding is behind as he drives into it. Anyway, that's going to do it for the podcast tonight, guys. I greatly appreciate you joining me. Please become a member of LibertyOneTV.com, LibertyOneTV.com. It's a glorious institution. It's only $4 a month. We would greatly appreciate it. And I have sponsors. I want to mention one real quick here. Dots Pretzels. Dot Pretzels is awesome. Dots Pretzels. And also, Liberty One TV sponsors, Pit Barrel Cookers. Pit Barrel Cookers are amazing. They are made in this country. They are made by a guy who's a veteran from Iraq. And Noah Glanville is his name, and they make these by hand. They're brilliant. They're wonderful. You can smoke meats. You can slow cook meats. You can do all sorts of stuff with these. LibertyOneTV.com/cooker. That's where you need to go for it. LibertyOneTV.com/cooker. Also, if you're thinking about fireworks for the 4th of July, you definitely want to go and check out this glorious company online, Firefly. Okay, Firefly. Get rid of the fuses, get rid of the punks, get rid of the fire, and actually program a professional fireworks display choreographed to music. Just Google it, Firefly, and you'll see it. And it's wonderful, wonderful. My 4th of July is going to be amazing. I hope yours will as well. In the meantime, guys, I want to thank you for joining me this evening, ce soir. It has been an honor and a privilege, as always, to have you join me. And again, if you would join liberty1tv.com, liberty1tv.com, that would be incredible. All right. Have a great evening. God bless. And I will see you again, same time tomorrow night.
Thanks for listening to The Rob Carson Show. Friend him on Facebook at Carson Show, on Twitter at Rob Carson, and on Instagram. I think Facebook and Twitter are enough for now. We'll see you soon.